It has been a big week for the UFC leading into UFC 181 Fight Week. Dana, first things first, we just revealed the Wheaties box. What were your thoughts when you saw it?
I have one in my office already.
Oh,
I
nice.
cheated. I already saw it. But no, it's awesome. As an athlete, I'm sure all these guys have thought about being on the cover of a Wheaties box someday. Anthony Pettis is that guy. For our brand and one of our athletes to be there, it's truly an honor and another milestone for us. If you think of all the athletes and all the sports out there, very few people have graced that cover over the however many years they've been doing it, and for us to be one of them, it's awesome.
Why is Anthony Pettis the right athlete to be on the cover and represent the UFC?
He's a well-rounded mixed martial artist. This is a kid who can do things that other people can't do, just like Anderson Silva in his prime. He looks damn good on the cover. He dresses well, and he looks damn good on the cover of that box. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, it's very good. Now let's talk about the other groundbreaking deal that happened this week. It was the Reebok deal.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit more about that, and how has the reception been from the athletes?
The reception has been good so far. I mean, I talked to probably 50 or more before we announced the deal. I couldn't talk to everybody. I would have liked to, but I think that everybody is looking forward to going in this new direction. It's just another, every year we take this thing to another level, and this is just another step toward that. I think the people who are more bummed out about this deal are the ones who get guys sponsorships. I use Ronda Rousey as the example. There's two Brazilians that make more money than her in sprorships. Other than that, she's the biggest in the UFC as far as sponsorship. She's never worn one of them into the octagon, ever. So, I mean, she proves that you can still have a ton of sponsors and you don't have to wear them in the octagon. And that's all just going to change. People will, if you have a clothing company, an MMA clothing brand or a combat sports clothing brand, there's still athletes you're going to want to sponsor, and you do advertising and everything else. It's just, you can't wear it in the UFC. It's no different than the NFL or the NBA or any of those other sports.
When will we actually be able to see what the uniforms will look like?
When we're ready to do it, we're gonna have a big unveiling. We'll have a big, we'll do something up pretty cool and unveil these things when it's time.
All right, very exciting news. And finally, this week we've got two belts on the line at UFC 181. This is a huge fight card, very stacked. What do you think about both of those title fights, so Robbie Lawler and Johnny Hendricks and Anthony Pettis and Gilbert Melendez?
Well, obviously, Pettis and Melendez, two of the best guys in that weight division in their prime. I have a couple of different ways I see the fight going. I either see Anthony Pettis coming out and stopping this thing instantly like he did against a guy like Ben Henderson, or this thing being an absolute dogfight. And speaking of dogfights, that's exactly what the main event will be. The first fight with Lawler and Johnny Hendricks, the first fight with those two was amazing. A toe-to-toe war, one of the greatest fights ever. It's one of those fights, for the title, and I believe that the fight came down to the fifth round, that whoever won the fifth round won the fight, and it went the way that it went. And I think this next fight's going to be the same way. You're talking about two guys who are absolutely determined. Johnny wants to keep that belt. He knows how good it is. Even being out hurt, he knows how good it is to be the champion. And, Robbie Lawler wants that so bad.
Are you so excited for this? Is this one of those fight cards that you just can't wait till Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for the Tony Ferguson Abel Trujillo fight. I'm really excited for that fight. Raquel Pennington and I have become really close since the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. So she's got a tough fight that night too.
Yeah, against Ashley Evans Smith, and then you even got Brendan Schaub and Travis Brown. This is a stack card. Way to go!
Exactly.
Good job.
No, it really is. And you know what's funny too when you say that? When I was standing up there today doing the square offs, and those two monsters came out for this, holy. I mean, you forget how big these guys are, and yeah, that's another one. The card is stacked. The fights are great, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it too. Thank you so much for talking to me. Congratulations on such a monumental week.